Pete. How are your first couple of days in minicamp going for you? How you holding up in the heat?
It's going well. I definitely have to adjust. It's pretty hot out here, unlike the Midwest up north, but I'm getting used to it. It's nice being outside, working out. It feels good, and I'm going to feel it when camp comes.
There's a lot of New Orleans tends to move around the linebackers a good bit during the offseason in terms of training camp, things like that. Where are some of the spots that you've begun to prepare to take the field?
Yeah, so coaches told me that I got to know a lot. Being that new guy, I got to know a lot of positions, a lot of different spots, but my main focus right now is Will. That's where he has me focused on right now, so I'll continue to learn that up until training camp.
Thank you.
Hey, have you had your welcome to the NFL moment? I know in the past we've talked to some rookies and, they walk in, they see, Drew Brees or whoever, and they get sort of starstruck. Have you had that moment yet?
It's weird seeing some of these faces. I'm in the locker room, I'm in my separate corner, and I turn to the left or right and see these big-time guys. I'm like, wow, like I'm really a part of this team. This is awesome. Some of these guys have been in the league for 10+ years, and I can share that with them, being part of the same team. It's just awesome. Yeah, I've had that welcome moment.
What's DeMario Davis sort of been like? I know he's such a leader in that locker room, but what's he sort of been like just to be around?
Yeah, he's a great guy. You always want to be around him. I'm just trying to pick his brain, learn as much as possible, but he's very intense, strict about his business, and he's a guy that you're going to trust to lead this team, lead this defense, and being as close as possible to him as far as learning this defense and picking up as much as I can as far as fundamentals is where I'm going to go.
How has, if at all, the process of learning Will right now, which you mentioned is your focus so far in the offseason, how does that differ from what you've done in college, or is it pretty familiar?
As far as alignments and things like that, I was a Will in college, so there's a little bit of carryover, but as far as the defense and the whole perspective regarding that, there's a lot of differences, and there's a lot I have to learn, a lot I still need to learn, and I'm going to continue to do that every day. Every day I'm looking more and more at each little assignment, but it's going to take some time. But there's a little carryover, but a lot more responsibility that I have to take in for myself here.
Is there anything that you're putting a really specific focus in the midst of all that right now?
Right now I'm just so busy on trying to learn the playbook and be in the right alignment, looking for specific keys and tendencies based off of what I'm getting from the offense. So as far as right now, I'm trying to learn the basics, trying to see that small picture, and then once I get that picture down, then I can expand.
Hey, what's been some of the best advice that you've got in making the transition from Ohio State to the NFL? Does anything stand out with any particular players that have said anything to you?
Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I just know that from listening to coaches, players, as far as this next journey is about to happen, it's enjoy it. But I mean, my new narrative is going to start. What am I going to make out of myself? I got to see the small picture right now, and I got to do everything right with what I'm given right now until I can move on. And that's kind of the advice I'm given right now is what's going to be your narrative, who are you going to make of yourself, and do little things right. Do every little thing right, and then next you can carry over to seeing the bigger.